Okay, today's project is running a cell phone booster inside the barn. So we got the indoor antenna here. The cable goes up and over, up, and then out to that corner hole right there. April and I had that ladder up on this table, to reach on the inside. And then when we go outside, we found this ladder actually in the woods. So that gave us our ladder on the outside. We put extra set of gloves on the end so that we wouldn't scratch the building. And then up there we have, and I don't know if it's showing up very well, there's the antenna. So now we have cell phone signal inside the barn. This is the exact same system that we have installed at the house. So AT&T had came to the house and said that we were interrupting or causing a lot of noise on the network. So the guy that came out left me his email, and I told him I was going to install another one at this barn. So I'll get back to the house, email him, and let him know that hey, I installed the second booster, and then he can double check on his end to make sure we're not actually causing any issues on the network. I learned last time that this has to be a lot lower than the outside boot antenna. So hopefully with this one being so much lower and so far away from the other one, it won't be causing interferences, and he can let us know, and then we'll do corrections if so. But he said it should be fine, so we'll see. So we have a hunting blind right there, and my dad and I had went and take a look inside of it, and there was a ladder beside it. Well, that's when I wanted to put up this bad boy. I don't even know if it's focusing. Hold on. I wanted to put up our cell phone booster, right? And I didn't have a ladder, so I was like, wait a minute, I saw that ladder over there. So that's the ladder that I was using earlier to put up the cell phone booster, but boy, it had ants all over it. And look, I had sprayed it with ant killer. Look how many ants was living inside this thing. Look. And these little boogers, when they get a hold of you, you know it. Look at that. Look at them, they're still running around. Just everywhere. Anyway, this ladder it was useful today. However, it makes me very nervous to use it, and the ends are, anything you lean it up against is going to scratch it. These little release pins are missing, the rope's missing, and it's just downright dirty. I'm going to push it to the side. I may spray it off with the pressure washer, see if I can get release hooks here. If I can get release hooks, maybe do something about the ends, pressure wash it, put me a new rope on it, maybe I'll keep it. But these things are too expensive not to try, so we'll have to see. But anyway, I gotta get down here before April comes yelling at me. We gotta take off the trash. Bye. First time we get to use, well, not first time, but first couple of times we got to use this. It's kind of nice having a gravel base to not be riding in the mud. Now we were going the other way, which allowed us to use the grass, but I really like having the gravel and not having the Jeep go into the mud. So that's pretty nice. Pretty excited about that. And we made it wide enough for the Jeep and the trailer, so that's good.
Hi.
Hold on a minute, give me a buffer.
Nope. Okay. Hey guys, it's us.
We're wrapping up the video today. We didn't record everything we did today, and we didn't get as much done as I wanted to, at least. You can really see my mohawk in this gray background. I've been wanting to shave for the last 2 days, but instead of shaving, I would rather do work. So, guess the mohawk's going on the channel.
The mohawk and the scruff.
And the scruff. And this is April's pretty hair. She
This
doesn't
is
think it's
ponytail
pretty.
hair. All day ponytail, and I just brushed it out. He loves it.
Women don't know what guys like. They do their thing, and then it's like, And then she comes out with ponytail hair, and I'm like, hair. But anyway, so we always want to wrap up our videos with something that's maybe not related to the homestead, but it's very easy to go look at people's channels and and say, oh, they're just so happy all the time, and their life's just perfect, and they want to give you that Instagram reality of like their life. It's not the way life works.
No, not at all.
So this morning I got up, and of course, due to
Wait, the start of the morning, the full way. He fixed bacon, eggs, biscuits. We had cheese on it. So
bacon,
we
egg,
had
and cheese biscuits.
Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits made by the man. And he has coffee. I have hot chocolate.
I got to use the little skillet thing to do the bacon.
So we had a great morning starting out.
Yeah, it's good. But you know, it came time to do the work, and she's right. Like, we should do the cell booster.
I have it on recording now.
We should have done the cell booster, but I wanted to do some other more physical,
Recreational.
activities, because due to the news cycle and all the stuff going on right now, I have a little bit of pent up energy, and if anybody knows me, you probably understand what I'm talking about, but maybe really. We're trying to do a video here. Stop it.
She makes the video.
No. So I really wanted to get out and cut down some trees, drag some lumber, move, work off some energy. So when she was saying what we should do, which by the way, I even agreed to that morning.
He did. He said we should prioritize what we're doing today. And I answered almost immediately, okay, cell phone booster for signal in the building. And he said, I agree.
In the barn.
In the barn. And he said, I agree.
And she's right. And I got up to the barn, and I was having a little hissy fit, and I had to apologize because I was really being a dork. And the problem is, once you kind of get in that spiral of I'm feeling frustrated and angry at the world and angry at our government and just angry in general, and I'm like, I gotta get some of this energy out. She's trying to do the right thing. I'm acting like a big baby, and I'm frustrated. And then I have to come back and I have to apologize. And I have to make things right, and I have to look at the world through the proper lens of, what are you doing? And it's hard sometimes to take a step back and go, you're wrong. You're wrong. And here's a woman that you love more than anything standing in front of you, and you're making her life miserable. And that's not fair. And even though I'm very aware that I'm a big baby, and I try my best.
Just say you make my life miserable.
Well, in those moments, it's pretty miserable. It's not what we want.
Right.
And of course, I try to do my best to be very aware, see that I'm making a mistake, and correct it. And she does it too. It's not like it's just me.
I do.
It's just today was me.
We take turns.
Well, and another thing that kind of gets me is like I have to answer questions constantly answering questions. What is this? What is that? I've got to be the go-to guy. And
At work.
Well, in general, if we have a leak here, I've got to fix it. If we have a whatever here, it's always me, and that's okay. That's expected. That is. And I had to even go to her the other day and said, I will never do this again intentionally. Not that I won't do it again because I'm a human being, but I will never intentionally bring it up again. This is my role. This is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do. I will figure it out. And so far, even though today I was like, whatever. It's just, I'm trying my best to not be like that in our personal life because I can handle that at work. I'll do that at work. May. You better get comfortable.
Maced down your fluffing covers for like 5 minutes. Oh, and then she lay down.
She lays down for the camera. But the point is, relationships are not perfect. This morning wasn't perfect. However, I tried my best to get us back on track. She tried her best to get us back on track. We both just reset the morning. We wasted about an hour talking about stupid stuff that had nothing to do with the day. We spent an hour talking about stuff that had nothing to do with the work in hand. We finally got on track, and I sucked it up and did what we were supposed to do, which is what the video is about. And it's awesome. Like, I want that. Like, I wanted the internet. Like, without having cell phone signal in the building. The barn, thank you. I'm saying building. I couldn't work out with music. And it's hard to work out without music. It's just hard. Like, you're in there, you're silent. And
I'm up there the majority of the day, if, a lot of times, and not...
Can't communicate?
Communication. If I do... need to communicate, I have to have my cell phone. I used to before today. I had to have my cell phone outside the building on a table, hoping that I would hear it. If my music was playing, it wasn't playing well because it was outside the building, not in the building with me. So it technically was a first world problem. Don't get me wrong, I understand that. However, fixing it and getting the cell phone signal has made our life better up there at the barn.
But I think it just goes. What we're trying to say is you're going to have disagreements. Notice when you, Bobby Cannon, is being a big baby, pitching a fit. Stop. And what I did is I stopped and I tried to communicate what I was feeling. I tried to communicate what all my concerns were. I knew I was going to be standing on a ladder on top of a table, very unsturdy. Drilling holes in a building that's very expensive, not knowing where the hole is going to go. All this kind of stuff that's just going through my head, which, by the way, half of it's not even an issue. But it's not the point. Doesn't mean it's not affecting your brain. So when you're getting all that anxiety, it's better to stop and communicate it than to try to run away from it and all that kind of stuff. So once we did that and once we reset the day, I think the rest of the day went great.
It did. We got it accomplished. Plus, got finishing the table accomplished.
Which, by the way, we didn't finish up, so it's not going to be part of this video.
Okay. Most of the table finished.
We'll do another video on the table,
but we ended up getting some stuff that needed to be done, and then we hauled off trash, and we did what needed to be done today. And I voiced my thoughts on him not wanting to do the cell phone booster, so it made it. He is. The basics of it was he wants to do enjoyable things. And I'm not saying I don't enjoy cutting down trees, because I do. But I voiced my side of it, that it felt like we were only getting... Because we only have 2 days. Because during the week we don't have any time at night because it's dark already at 4:30 or something. So I voiced my thought that if we're only cutting down trees on the weekends, basically, we're never going to get cell phone signal in the barn, and we're not gonna get but I think, I haven't said this yet, but I think a compromise would be 1 day of things we don't want to do and the other day being things we want to do, like trees or whatever.
We'll see.
Now that I got cell phone service in the barn, we may not have to worry about it now.
No, we gotta get a heater. Gotta get a heater. But anyway, just to wrap this up, is just the point is I think our relationship of 22 years, going on 23?
Going on 23.
Going on 23.
Yes.
I think our relationship works because we take the time to understand we're both human.
We take the time to understand when it is our fault, and we truly, legitimately, heartfelt apologize for it.
Yes.
I'm not so uppity that I don't realize it's not me, and vice versa. Apologies are way important in relationships.
Well, even this morning, I'm still right now, part of this video, I'm taking on the full responsibility, but part of it was April. Yep. Part of it, the way she responded, the way she acted, the way we communicated the whole time when we were falling apart and being big babies.
We weren't getting our way. We were basically each having a tantrum.
But I didn't notice. I even started out the video with the whole video without pointing out her at all, because it's not the point. The point is I know what I was doing and I take full responsibility. And we'll wrap it up with this: is just we love each other. We make sure we both know that, and you know, sometimes she'll say, well, you know, that's not what I mean, and of course that's not what you mean. And I constantly say, I was a jerk face. Please forgive your idiot husband for being a dopey dope. That's one of my favorite words, dopey dope. Stop. I was being a dopey dope, and I'm sorry. I don't want to be. Like, I don't want to be. Inside of here, I don't want to be. But the stupid, you know, human flesh and silliness gets in the way. Even though in here I'm like, that's stupid. Why are you feeling this way? And of course, you know, we're human. But the point is, I should stop saying point is. We're still learning this whole video thing, but
Right. The point is forgiveness and acceptance.
I'm a loser. She's not. We need to
I
forgive
can
me a
be.
lot.
We can both be losers, and we were this morning. And you know, we corrected it. We made it right, and apologies were said from both sides,
And then we got a lot
and
done.
we got a lot done.
Mhm.
Bye. We love you.